Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the English Brain, where learning English feels gentle, natural, and genuinely enjoyable. We're so happy you're here with us today.
Hello, Sarah, and hello to all our wonderful listeners around the world. It truly is a beautiful day to practice English together and grow our skills.
It really is, Alex. Before we dive into today's topic, we just want to say a huge, heartfelt thank you to everyone who has been supporting us on this journey.
Yes, your likes, shares, and subscriptions mean absolutely everything to us. They help us reach more English learners around the world.
So, if you haven't already, please take just a moment to subscribe to the English Brain channel, share this episode with your friends who are learning English, and hit that like button. It truly helps us continue making these podcasts for you.
Absolutely, Sarah. Today's topic sounds really interesting and practical.
Yes, I'm excited about this one. Today, we're talking about the top 5 most common mistakes English learners make. These are mistakes almost everyone makes at some point.
Oh no, I think I've probably made all of them before at one time or another.
Don't worry at all, Alex. Everyone makes mistakes when learning a language. Even native speakers make mistakes sometimes.
That's so true. When I first started learning English years ago, I always said things like, thank you to help me, instead of thank you for helping me. And people looked confused.
Ah, yes, that's a very common mistake. It's about the difference between to and for.
Oh, that's mistake number one on our list today?
Exactly. So let's start with that important distinction. To versus for.
Okay, I'm ready to learn. But honestly, two and four have always confused me. They seem so similar.
You're definitely not alone in that feeling. Many learners find them tricky because both can sound similar in sentences, but they're actually used quite differently.
So what's the actual difference between them?
Let's make it as easy as possible. We use to when we talk about a direction, sending something to someone or moving toward something or someone.
Okay, two is direction.
And we use for when we talk about a purpose or a benefit, doing something for someone's sake or for a reason.
Okay, so two is direction and four is purpose or reason. That's starting to make sense.
Exactly right. Let's look at some clear examples. I give a gift to my friend versus I buy a gift for my friend.
Wait, both sentences sound correct to me, but the meaning is a little bit different, right?
Good ear for detail. Let's look more closely. When you say, I give a gift to my friend, the focus is on who receives the gift, the direction of the giving action.
Okay, the gift goes to my friend.
But when you say, I buy a gift for my friend, the focus is on why you bought it, the purpose or the benefit. You bought it for their benefit.
Oh, I see now. So two shows who gets something, and four shows why I'm doing something.
Perfect understanding. You've got it exactly.
Hmm, let me try creating some examples myself. I send an email to my boss.
Excellent example.
I write an email for my boss.
Great examples, both of them. The first one, send an email to my boss, means you sent it to their inbox. They're the recipient.
Right, the direction.
The second one, write an email for my boss, means maybe your boss asked you to help write it on their behalf. You did it to help them for their benefit.
Oh, I see the difference clearly now. Two equals direction, four equals purpose or benefit.
Exactly. Let's try some quick practice together. I'm going to say a sentence with a blank space, and you tell me if we use to or for. Ready?
Ready, let's do this.
I gave the keys, blank, my coworker.
I I gave the keys to my coworker. That's directions, so to.
Perfect. Next one. I opened the door, blank, my coworker.
That's helping them, so that's purpose. I opened the door for my coworker.
Yes, exactly right. Okay, one more. I explained the problem, blank, my manager.
Um, I explained the problem to my manager?
Good question and good instinct. We usually say explain to someone. So I explained the problem to my manager.
Ah, so explain always uses to?
Yes, verbs like explain, talk, speak, and listen usually go with to. For example, talk to me, listen to the teacher, speak to your boss.
That's so helpful to know. And for is more like I worked for my boss, right?
Exactly right. I worked for my boss means you did work to help your boss for their benefit.
This is so simple when you explain it like this. I really like how you break it down.
Thank you, Alex. Okay, let's move on to some real life examples that you might encounter every day.
Sure, I'm listening.
Imagine this scenario. You're at work and you say to a colleague, "Can you send this report to me?"
Okay, that's correct.
Yes, perfectly correct. But if you say, "Can you send this report for me?" it actually means something different. It means you want them to send it on your behalf to someone else.
Oh, wow. So the meaning changes completely with just one small word.
Yes, exactly. Small word, very big difference in meaning.
Okay, so let me try to summarize everything we've learned so far. To equals direction or receiver. For equals reason, purpose, or benefit.
Excellent summary, Alex. I think you've really got the concept now.
Great. But wait, can both appear in the same sentence sometimes?
Really good question. Yes, they absolutely can. Like this, I gave the book to John for his birthday.
Oh, wow, both in one sentence.
Yes, to John shows direction, and for his birthday shows purpose or reason.
That's actually really cool. Let me try one more example. I made coffee for you.
Right, that's correct. And you could also say, I gave the coffee to you.
Perfect. Both work, just different meanings. Now I feel like I really understand this.
Wonderful. Okay, that's mistake number one completed. What's next?
Next is another classic mistake that confuses many learners. Say versus tell.
Oh, yes, this one always gets me confused. I never know exactly when to use say or when to use tell.
You're definitely not alone in that confusion. Many learners mix them up all the time. Let's break it down simply and clearly.
Please do.
We use say to focus on the words or the message itself. We use tell to focus on the person receiving the message.
So say equals words and tell equals person?
Exactly right. Here's a helpful tip. After tell, you usually need to say who you're talking to. After say, you don't necessarily need to mention the person.
Oh, that's actually quite simple. Can you give me an example?
Sure, she said she was tired versus she told me she was tired.
Oh, I see. You can't say she said me, right? That sounds wrong.
Correct. She said me is grammatically wrong. You must say she told me if you want to include the person.
So say doesn't need a person mentioned, but tell does need a person.
Exactly. Let's try a few practice examples together.
Okay, ready.
My boss said I did a good job.
That's correct. No person needed after say.
Now try this one. My boss tell me I did a good job.
That's with a person mentioned, so my boss told me I did a good job. The past tense of tell is told.
Perfect. Exactly right. Here's another example. He said, I'm late.
That's using say for exact words or direct quotations.
Yes. And he told me he was late is when we report the information indirectly.
Oh, so say is good when you quote someone directly, and tell is better when you report what they said.
Exactly. That's the key difference. In normal conversation, people tend to prefer tell when reporting information.
That really helps clarify it. But sometimes I hear people say to, like, he said to me.
Good observation, Alex. You can use say to if you want to add the person. For example, he said to me that he was late.
Okay, so that's grammatically correct.
Yes, but in normal everyday speech, people prefer he told me he was late because it sounds more smooth and natural.
Oh, so tell sounds more natural in regular conversation.
Yes, exactly. Let's practice with some more examples. I said hello.
That's correct.
I told hello.
That's wrong. You can say hello, but not tell hello.
Perfect understanding. I used to say that wrong all the time before I learned this rule.
It's completely okay. That's exactly why we're here today, to learn from these common mistakes. Let's try a few more quick examples.
Sure, go ahead.
She said sorry. Correct. She told me sorry. Hmm. I think she said sorry is correct, but she told me sorry sounds a bit awkward. We usually say she said sorry to me or just she said sorry.
Interesting. So say is better for simple expressions like sorry, hello, goodbye. Exactly right. When the focus is purely on the words or expression, use say. When the focus is on informing a person, use tell.
Can we do a few more practice examples? I want to make sure I really have this down.
Of course, he blank me a secret.
He told me a secret.
Correct. He blank that he was tired.
He said that he was tired.
Excellent. She blank she likes coffee.
She said she likes coffee.
Perfect. I think you're really starting to get it now, Sarah.
I feel much more confident about this. Let's do a quick role play to make it even more fun and practical.
Sure, I love role plays. I'll be your coworker. You just came into the office and I say something to you. Ready?
Ready, let's do this.
Hey, Sarah, the meeting starts at 10 a.m.
Okay, got it.
Later, I'm talking to my friend and I say, Alex told me the meeting starts at 10 a.m.
Excellent usage. Now you try giving me information. Hey, Alex, our boss said we can leave early today.
Nice. So later I can say to someone else, Sarah said we can leave early today.
Perfect. I feel like this rule is much easier to understand now.
You're doing really great. So just to review quickly, before we move to the next topic, say is about the words or message, and tell is about who you speak to.
Perfect. You summarized it so clearly.
Thank you. And I should also tell you that you're a great learner.
That's a perfect example sentence. So far, we've talked about to versus for and say versus tell.
Yes, those were both really helpful lessons. I've learned so much already, and we're not even halfway through.
I'm so glad. Now, let's move to another very, very common mistake that almost every learner struggles with.
What's that one?
Do versus make.
Oh no, this one is also really tricky for me. I always mix them up.
Don't worry at all. We're going to make it simple and clear. Do versus make.
Okay, so what's the basic difference?
We use do for actions, work, or general tasks and activities. We use make for creating or producing something new.
Hmm, okay.
So, do is like activities and tasks, and make is when I create something.
Exactly right. Let's look at some clear examples. I do my homework versus I make a cake.
Ah, that makes perfect sense. Homework is a task I complete. A cake is something I create from ingredients.
Perfect understanding. That's the key idea to remember.
Let me try some examples. I do the dishes.
Correct.
I make the dishes.
That would be wrong in this context. Make the dishes is incorrect unless you're a ceramics artist literally creating dishes from clay.
Okay, got it. So washing dishes is do, but creating new dishes would be make.
Exactly. Here's another helpful tip. Use do for repeated or routine activities. For example, do the laundry, do the shopping, do the cleaning.
I see. So if it's something you repeat regularly as part of your routine, use do.
Yes, exactly. And use make when you produce or create something new. For example, make breakfast, make money, make a plan, make a mistake.
Wait, make a mistake? Why not do a mistake? That confuses me.
Great question, and it's a very common confusion point. In English, we say make a mistake because a mistake is something that happens or is created, not a task we perform.
Oh, so make fits because it's like we accidentally create the mistake.
Exactly right. It's not intentional, but it's still something that comes into existence.
Okay, so do homework but make a mistake.
Right. Let's test your understanding with a few fill in the blank examples. Ready?
Ready.
I blank my job every day.
Hmm. A job is like a task or work, so I do my job every day.
Correct. I blank a phone call.
I make a phone call.
Nice. I blank breakfast in the morning.
I make breakfast.
Perfect. I blank the report for my boss.
I do the report.
Correct again.
Okay, I think I'm really getting this now.
Excellent. Can you summarize the rule for me?
Sure. Do equals activities, work, or routine tasks. Make equals create or produce something new.
You said it perfectly. Let me hear you try a short paragraph using both.
Okay, here goes. Every morning, I do my exercises. Then I make breakfast. I do the dishes after eating. At work, I do my best to complete tasks. Sometimes I make mistakes, but I always learn from them. In the evening, I make dinner and then do some reading.
That's absolutely perfect English, Alex. Every single usage was correct.
Thank you. This feels much clearer now.
Wonderful. Now let's move to mistake number 4.
What's number 4?
Much versus many.
Oh, yes, that one confuses me too sometimes.
Okay, here's the simple rule. We use many with countable nouns, things you can count individually. We use much with uncountable nouns, things you can't count as separate items.
Okay. So many is like apples because I can count them, but much is like water because I can't count water as individual items.
Exactly perfect. I can count 1 apple, 2 apples, 3 apples. But I can't count water the same way. I just have some water or a lot of water.
That makes sense. Let's do more examples.
Sure. I don't have blank time.
Time. We can't count time as individual pieces, so I don't have much time.
Good. I don't have blank friends.
Friends are countable people. I don't have many friends.
Perfect. So, how much water, but how many apples?
Correct. What about money? We can count money, right? $1, $2.
Good question. And this is tricky. Actually, we can count dollars, coins, or bills individually, but the word money itself is treated as uncountable in English.
Oh, interesting.
So we say, how much money do you have, not how many money.
Ah, okay. How much money, not how many money.
Exactly right. What about information? Is that countable or uncountable?
Hmm. Information, that's uncountable too, right?
Correct. We say, how much information do you have? If you want to count it, you need to say, how many pieces of information or how many facts.
I see. So we add a countable word like pieces to make it countable.
Exactly. Let's try a short quiz. I don't have blank sugar.
I don't have much sugar.
Good. There aren't blank chairs in the room.
There aren't many chairs.
Excellent.
So the difference really is quite easy. Countable things get many, uncountable things get much.
Yes. But sometimes I hear people say a lot of for both. Is that correct?
Great point. A lot of can actually be used with both countable and uncountable nouns. For example, a lot of apples or a lot of water.
Oh, that's really convenient.
Yes. So if you're not completely sure whether something is countable or uncountable, you can safely use a lot of.
That's a great tip for beginners like me.
Okay, let's practice. Create a few sentences using much, many, and a lot of.
All right. I have a lot of friends. I don't have much free time. I have many ideas. I don't drink much coffee.
Perfect. Every single one was correct. You're really mastering this.
Thank you so much. This is fun and helpful.
All right, ready for the last common mistake?
Yes, what is it?
The last common mistake is using the wrong preposition in, on, and at.
Oh, yes, that's a really big one. Prepositions are so tricky.
Don't worry, we'll keep it simple and logical. Think of these three prepositions as different levels of size or specificity.
Different levels?
Yes, in is for big areas or general time periods. On is for surfaces or specific days. At is for exact places or times.
Interesting. Can you give me examples for places first?
Sure, I live in Cambodia. That's a big area, a whole country. I work in an office. That's a general location, a space.
Okay, in for big areas.
There's a picture on the wall. That's a surface. I'm at the bus stop. That's an exact specific point.
Okay, so in is for areas, on is for surfaces, and at is for specific spots.
Perfect. That's exactly the key idea to remember. What about in the bus or on the bus? Which one is correct?
Good question. We usually say on the bus, on the train, on the plane. We use on for public transportation. Why is that?
We use on because we're talking about being on the vehicle as a passenger. We stand or sit on it during the journey.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense. But for smaller vehicles like cars and taxis, what do we say?
For cars and taxis, we say in. I'm in the car or I'm in a taxi.
So on the bus, but in the car.
Exactly right. Now, what about time? How do we use in, on, and at with time expressions?
Good question. I always mix those up.
In is for months, years, or long periods, like in 2024, in the morning, in January.
Okay, in for long time periods.
On is for days and dates, like on Monday, on my birthday, on October 20th.
So on for specific days?
And at is for exact times, like at 6 a.m.,
At night. At lunchtime.
Oh, I see. So in the morning on Monday morning at 8 a.m.
Exactly perfect. You've got it. Let's do a few practice examples. I go to work blank the morning.
In the morning.
The meeting is blank Monday.
On Monday.
I wake up blank 6 a.m.
At 6 a.m.
Perfect. So in on at gets smaller and smaller, more and more specific. Exactly. In is big and general, on is medium, at is small and specific.
That's such a clear and easy way to remember it.
I'm glad it helps. Practice these in your daily life and they'll become automatic.
Okay, Alex, we've talked about so much today. Let's do a complete review for our listeners.
Yes, let's go through each mistake one more time, slowly and clearly.
Mistake number 1, 2 versus 4. 2 is for direction or receiver. 4 is for purpose or benefit. Example, I sent the email to my boss, or I wrote the email for my boss.
Mistake number 2, say versus tell. Say focuses on the words or message. Tell focuses on the person. Example, she said she was tired, or she told me she was tired.
Mistake number 3, do versus make. Do is for actions or work. Make is for creating or producing. Example, do homework. Make breakfast.
Mistake number 4, much versus many. Much is for uncountable nouns. Many is for countable nouns. Example, how much water? How many apples?
Mistake number 5, in, on, and at. In is for large areas or time periods. On is for surfaces or days. At is for specific points or times. Examples, in the morning, on Monday, at 8 a.m.
Wow, we covered so much useful information today.
Yes, and we explained it all in simple, clear English that everyone can understand.
I think our listeners will really benefit from practicing these rules.
I hope so. Remember, everyone, learning from mistakes is an important part of the learning process.
That's absolutely right. Mistakes actually help us learn faster and remember better.
And don't forget to repeat the examples after us as you listen. That helps build confidence and muscle memory.
Yes, and listen to this episode again later. Each time you listen, you'll understand more and more.
Exactly. Repetition is the key to mastery.
Okay, Sarah, shall we wrap up our episode now?
Yes, let's say goodbye properly and encourage our listeners.
Thank you so much, everyone, for listening to The English Brain today.
We truly hope today's episode helped you understand these common English mistakes better.
Practice speaking every single day, even if it's just short sentences to yourself.
And please don't worry if you make mistakes. That's exactly how you learn and improve.
Every mistake is actually a learning opportunity in disguise.
If you enjoyed this episode, please subscribe to The English Brain, like this video, and share it with your friends who are learning English.
Your support means absolutely everything to us and helps us continue creating helpful content.
We'll see you in the next episode where we'll explore more practical English topics together.
Until then, keep practicing, keep learning, and keep believing in yourself.
Goodbye, everyone, and thank you for being part of the English Brain community.
Bye-bye and happy learning.